We're going to allow you now to go into your dissertation about CPR, explaining to us that concept of controlling yourself. Go ahead,
Yes, indeed.
Talia.
Thank you, team, Brother Mike, and everybody listening. We're just recognizing all of us as cosmic copying machines. That the minute you decided to come into physical existence, you were provided with the body, the capacity to copy everything in your environment. In your mother's womb, you were copying, pasting, and running what was going on in your mother's womb to become yourself. You haven't stopped. When you came out of your mother's womb, first thing you did as a living organism was to take that big breath, because breath is that cosmic power that comes with you. You started copying right away. You started copying what was going on in the house, what was going on among, literally, what it is like this. You have a nose, you have two eyes, you have two ears, you have a body which is a scanner. Your body scanning through the feelings. And all of that is pasted into your consciousness for your continuing use. So whether we recognize it or not, we are copiers of divine proportions. We copy every sound that we hear and store it. We copy every fragrance we smell and store it. We copy every taste we taste and store it for further use. We copy every texture, everything we feel, and store it so that we build up a library of experiences, which then becomes our mind. And this mind is what we use as our reference. So whether we realize it or not, there is no kind of technology that can equal our capacity. Like Sister Joy was saying, yes, are we infinite? And the question to that is yes. We are infinite because there is no limit to us other than the limits that we place on ourselves. We are omnipotent because there's no limit to the power that is available to us. We are omnipresent because we are present everywhere through our senses. We're present in everything that is the cosmos. We are omniscient because our wisdom connects us with original wisdom, which we call God. So take a look at yourself now through the eyes of your capabilities. And the only thing between us and our absolute potential are the hoodies that we place upon ourselves. The hoodies are the beliefs. Not the truth, but the beliefs. Because the truth of you and the truth of me is that we are one with the Creator. There is no way you can be separated from your Creator. And the Creator is, you know what these people call AI? AI, artificial intelligence. I tell them there is nothing artificial in reality. what we call AI is absolute intelligence. And when you look at us now in this gathering, we are looking at absolute intelligent energy. Because God did tell my brother Moses in the wilderness, in the hills, when Moses asked him, "What is your name?" He said, "I am what I am." And what is wattage? Units of energy. I am everyone, everything, everywhere. I feel everything. And I feel everything with myself. So everything that I feel with myself is my own soul. So you look at yourself and say, oh, if I'm going to copy right and paste right and run right, I'm going to recognize that I am absolute intelligent energy, the same as my creator. How could you be other than what your creator who is manifesting you is? So now, our invitation is to become conscious of our potential as copiers of everything, of being able to store everything in our limitless, infinite capacity. That's what you call your mind, Brother Mike. Your mind is where you store what you have copied. And if you have copied beliefs that limit you, then you will function like a limited organism. Our job in practicing CPR is looking at the importance of breathing consciously, because the breath that is your life is flowing straight to you from your source. The breath that is God, some people use the term God to describe that power, that energy. There are other people who use other names, but it doesn't cut back on the power. We now, as we have this conversation, can claim, can activate our original, organic, sacred, sovereign status, and then begin to fire from that level. When you can accept yourself and say, I am absolute intelligent energy, and copy that and paste that in your mind, and come from this conversation looking in the mirror and saying to ourselves, you mean that is what I really have always been? But I've been wearing some hoodies saying I'm not up to scratch, hoodies saying don't believe fully in yourself, hoodies that say if you accept the fullness of who you are, you're blaspheming. So all of that has contributed to us pretending to be limited, but God knows that you're not limited. The Creator knows that you are not limited. You have never been limited by the Creator. That's the only source of your limitation. And if you accept yourself, what you will say is that, okay, my Creator is infinite, as Sister Joy said. So I must be infinite too. My Creator is immortal. So I must be mortal too. My Creator is eternal, so I must be creator too. I must be infinite and immortal and eternal too. My Creator is autonomous, so I must be autonomous too. My Creator is autonomic, so I must be autonomic too. And when you look at it and say, my Creator is authentic and aware of itself through and through, then that must also be true of me. So if I have copied, pasted, and running limitations in my mind, I have to go back to the drawing board. And maybe I might need a new mind. Maybe I might need a new motherboard. Maybe what I need is a new language. And we begin by accepting that is, as the super copiers that we are, the super computers that we are, we will accept that, yes, AIE, absolute intelligent energy, that's what I am. That's what everyone listening right now is. You are a absolute intelligent energy organism. You are perfect as your creator is. You're as complete as your creator is. You are as whole as your creator is. And now it's for us to take in the truth of ourselves, copy it, paste it in our mind, and run it in our actions. We must begin to practice ultimate CPR, ultimate copying, pasting, and running what we are. What are you copying? You're copying your absolute intelligent energy. That's what you have to copy. So when you copy that and paste it in yourself, the enormity of you will become clear to your mind. There will be nothing impossible for you to achieve because your mind sees it. We will share this knowledge, this knowing that every one of us is a copier, a cosmic copier. That's how you were born. That's your genes. That's your DNA that you have received from your creator to copy, paste, and run it. And we begin by accepting that when I say I am AIE, I am absolute intelligent energy. It removes from us any fears about AI. You see, you hear people talking about AI, artificial intelligence. No, we say no, there's nothing artificial about me. There's nothing artificial about my creator. There's nothing artificial about my body. There's nothing artificial about my planet, about my cosmos. And I am being gifted with the power as the copier that I am to copy and paste the reality of my planet as me, my cosmos as me. And we come into the same company as Jesus did when he said, my source and I are one. That's the level at which we must reach. When you look at everything around you and you see the absolute intelligent energy at work, we say, my source and I are one. And I will now pay attention to what it takes to copy and internalize what is expressing me and then run it in everything I do. So knowing that the breath, conscious deep breathing, is how we access our source. We then practice our breathing, knowing that anytime we need supplies from source, we take that breath, go into source, receive what is needed, and we proceed. So, Brother Mike, I would say you have a team here that is capable of changing the world. Because if it's not going right and you see it, and you reach into the resources available to you, yes, you can reduce mountains into highways, not just molehills. With the support and the full understanding of what you are in your mind, you can eliminate every mountain that comes across in your life. You can eliminate every injury that you have stored up in your mind. You can renew your mind and you can connect with your source as the practice. Because from now on, as a conscious CPR practitioner, every time you look at an image around you, you realize that's an image of my energy. Every time you look at a color, you say that's a color of my energy. Every time you smell something, you realize I'm smelling the fragrances of my energy. Every time I feel something, the texture of something, I feel the limitless, infinite nature of my energy. Every sound you make, you say, yes, this is a sound of my source. I must pay attention to it. I must copy it because I'm hearing it. When I taste it, I copy the taste and store it because it's my energy, it's a form of my energy. And so we remove from our minds all limitations. We remove from our hearts all fears because you have nothing to fear if you know that you're absolute intelligent energy. When you hear people talking about AI, you can say to yourself, I am AI, absolute intelligence. I am AIE, absolute intelligent energy, ready to do anything I want to do because the universe or God is available to me as fully as I can soak it up in my mind. So as CPR practitioners and CPR transmitters, we do have the power to change not only our bodies, but we can change our environment. We can provide people with the tools, with the skills to do the same for themselves. Because I want you to realize that you cannot do anything for anybody. You can provide them with the skills and the examples of how to do it for themselves. So don't burden yourself with the idea that you have to change the world. No, all you have to do is demonstrate. Be the evidence of the practitioner, the CPR practitioner, on the cricket field, at home, in my community. And believe me, the world will be happier for you and me. We are AI. We are absolute intelligence. We are AIE, absolute intelligent energy. We started out at that, at birth. We will never end. Have fun. For we are AIE, absolute intelligent energy.